second morning in Wien, and I am visiting a few more palaces today, because what else is there to do, right, on a Euro trip? So this is the Schönbrunn Palace. Like many other buildings and palaces in Austria, this one is a shade of yellow. So unfortunately my tour doesn't allow cameras, but I'll give a little 360 of this courtyard, which is only a fraction of this really large estate with a zoo and an orangery and an apothecary. Okay, so word to the wise is that if you've already done the Hofburg Palace, there's no need to do Schönbrunn. Don't spend the extra money. It was the exact same thing. It's all very romanticized descriptions of domestic imperial life, which, you know, it's only interesting to a certain extent. But now I'm going to go see some art, hopefully. Love Gustav Klimt, so excited to go see the kiss. Ah! So I'm just strolling through a residential area right now, and looks like the Upper East Side, but even more pretty. And something I'm kind of surprised about actually is that other than Viennese food, the most popular cuisine here seems to be Chinese. And my hostel is actually in, I guess, what's considered Chinatown here, because literally everything around it is Chinese, like the restaurants and the supermarkets. So this is the residence and prior neighborhood of Ludwig Wittgenstein of Trachterkiss renown, and his story is fascinating because he hails from a family of aristocrats, or he hailed from a family of aristocrats in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and instead of going into, I believe, medicine, which is what his father wanted him to do, he ended up pursuing philosophy, and yeah, it's one of the most brilliant writers and people, I think, from that sense. So I'm now at Schloss Belvedere, which is sounds like a palace, but it's really an art museum mostly. So this place is totally about pomp and circumstance, and was the residential area for the Prince of Savoy a few hundred years ago. And I'm about to enter the Upper Palace, which is where the famous Klimt paintings are, and then there's also a lower portion, also with art exhibits. This is the Great Marble Hall in the Upper Belvedere, but about to see the kiss, of which this is a replica. The Rodin, see these all over the place, and the magnum opus. Headed to the other side to see the lower palace. This was a conversation room. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, apparently schnitzel is a big thing here, so I'm finally trying it. It's a little big, but so it's my last morning in Europe before I head home. I'm really tired at this point, so I'm just gonna take today a little slower than before. Headed to the Danube, or in German it's called the Donau, I believe, for a morning stroll, and then go see some more art. So this is the blue Danube. It is quite blue, so Strauss was right. And that over there is the Donau Tower. It's one of the best viewpoints if you want to see the Vienna skyline. And over here, that really tall building is a PwC office, apparently. This is a shout out to my friend Eldad. This church in front of me is a neo-Gothic church built after the failed assassination attempt of Franz, and we are in the Sigmund Freud Park. And a fun fact is that Freud had a very love-hate relationship with the city, where he lived for most of his life because he felt he wasn't given the respect and honor as the international community gave him. But at the same time, during World War II, he had a hard time leaving and stayed here for quite a while until he was really forced to leave. But yeah, this is the reason why this is the city of dreams. But this is the residence of the man himself. Okay, I'm going to spend the rest of my morning and early afternoon seeing the Museum of Fine Arts here, which is called the KHM. Can't pronounce it in German, so I won't even make an attempt. So apparently there's a Wes Anderson exhibit. I'm really excited for that. And across the street is the Museum's Courrier, which is the more contemporary experimental complex of studios. This was from Harry Potter, but I didn't know it was actually a curative agent. This is one of my favorite paintings of all time, and this museum has the largest collection of Bruegel paintings in the world. All over the place. I'm literally jumping out of my pants right now. This is a Vermeer. It's called The Art of Painting, and a fun fact about it is that Hitler actually purchased this and intended to put it in the museum he was planning, but it was repurchased after World War II by the public, by the government, I think. It's sad that boy with apple isn't in this room. And this is the last view of this beautiful architecture I'll get before leaving, because the sun won't be up when I leave. So here it is.